Okay, I'm in Panther Creek Cave in one of the bigger side passages. Let's see if I can... This is the harder part. There's breakdown everywhere. It's a little tricky to navigate. Some even left some string to mark the way out. I don't think I'm going to need that, but whatever. Anyway, let me go ahead and climb through this cave here. I just changed batteries on my light for the first time, so I've been in here less than an hour. So, guess shooting at 6K resolution, the battery doesn't quite last a whole hour. Luckily, I have more batteries, so I think it will last one trip through the cave. If it was a shorter cave, I was planning to do 2 laps today, but I don't know if I'm going to have the stamina to do 2 laps through this cave today. Might do 1 lap and declare victory and go home. Or at least some other place to rest. I have enough supplies to camp out here, but don't really like camping. Alright. So it looks like there's a way back behind this rock. I don't remember if this is dead end or not. Oh wow. Looks like there could be something down here. Might as well take a quick look. Wow. Look at the wall. Ooh, got kind of small formations on the wall here. See, over here, the formations don't really stick out in 3D. They're just different coloring. It's like a flow. All sorts of different colors. Yeah, let me climb down here real quick. I think this is a dead end, but might as well take a look while I'm here. Last time I was here, I was still shooting with a GoPro. GoPros don't do stuff like this justice. Yeah. Wow. See, there's a way up there. I think there's an easier way around, so I'm going to not worry about that just yet. But there's a way back here. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. But look at these hanging down to here. Kind of pretty. So they're technically small stalactites. Very small. Whatever. All right. Oh, and up here, look at how thin the wall is. Try not to touch that. That's super fragile. Sure, you could flick it right off. Please don't do that. All right, let's go back up the way I came. Try not to touch the wall, but there's a big rock next to the wall. Oops. Oops, I forgot to turn my light back up. Okay, there's 30%. Should be enough for this cave. Okay, so now I'm back at the big part of the cave. Notice somebody drew arrows to point the way out. So one way or the other, you got to get up either that pile or go around to the right. I'm going to keep staying right. I'm still on my way in though, so I'm going to go over the top. Notice there's a red arrow up there. Who am I to argue with an arrow? Let's see what the mystery arrow says. Huh, interesting. So it looks like I'm near the end of the cave. I was just under here. Wow, look at that loose rock. See, don't touch that, it could fall down. That might hurt really bad. Okay. See, even here, these are technically formations, even if they don't stick out, but they're cool. So yeah, I try not to touch those. I don't know if I can go any farther. Looks like I'm about to the end of the easy part. What's really cool though, look up at the ceiling. See that white stuff? Mineral formations. See if I can look really close. It's about as close as my camera will focus. I don't really have a macro lens or anything. Interesting. All right, let's see what's up here. I don't know if I'm going to climb down here. That looks like too much work. Oh, I see. Yeah, if I want to keep going. Oh, jeez. Okay. There's obviously a climb through here. I'm not sure how much farther I want to go. This is a cave. It looks like it's getting harder and harder. I really don't want to get myself stuck. Yeah, I'm going to call that the end. I bet if you're willing to crawl, belly crawl, there's a way back through there. I'm pretty sure I'm getting near the end of the cave anyway, so forget it. What I'll do when I get home tonight, I'll look at a map of the cave, see if it says I missed the best part or anything like that. Saturday I'll come with more people. I'll let them decide how adventurous they're feeling. Maybe I'll wait here while they go look. They can be my guinea pig if they want to come this way at all. I think they want to just get to the end of the big tube. Yeah. See, from here it looks like a dead end. Unless you're Chuck Norris, you want to dig out this rock. I mean, it's possible the cave's 10 miles long and you just can't get through because of all the breakdown rock. If I owned the cave, probably would try digging through to see if it keeps going. But I don't own the cave. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it like it is. So down there is the way I came. Here's the mystery green arrows, presumably pointing the way back out. And I concur, this is the way out. A way out. Oh, this is weird. There's a plastic bag here. Why in the world does somebody do that? I've seen plastic bags in caves where they collect like water samples and stuff, but this one looks more like trash or litter. I'm not gonna touch it, it's not mine. But I'll ask somebody else maybe. Anybody know about the mystery plastic? But yeah, I'm gonna keep turning right. That would actually be a pretty easy walk back out to the main tube. But before I do that, look at the ceiling here. Those light spots are mineral formations. Ooh, anyway, down there is the way I just came. Not too much down there. So let's see if I can find my way out, shall we? Huh, that's funny. From up here, it looks like I'm stuck. Looks like a dead end. It's like, how the heck did I get in here? So this is why, yeah, beginning cavers should definitely not come to a cave like this. Might get themselves lost. Or worse, damage the cave. Well, you remember, you don't get cell phone service or satellite phone service inside of a cave. So, there, you see? Now that I'm closer to the edge, you can see there's the easy way out. Just keep on walking. Alright, so that's the thing, how navigating in a cave can be confusing because it's not flat. You know, if you're driving down the road, unless it's super curvy or super hilly, you can usually see the road. But caves often are curvy and hilly, so you really can't see very far ahead. You might come to a spot that looks like a dead end, but it's actually exactly where you want to be. Tricky. So, hold on. Before I go down any farther, so there's that red yarn that we saw earlier. So I came from that side passage over there. So, check this out. There's a way under here. You go underneath these rocks. But I don't think there's any point. You're just, you know, exploring talus at that point. Go look if you don't believe me. I could be lying. Here's another red arrow pointing the way out. Like I said, I don't approve of graffiti, but, you know, sometimes the graffiti in a cave benefits me because it shows me things. Of course, in this case, I already knew where I was going. Look at the size of this formation. So let me start on the right side of the wall here. There's small formations. Oops. It's kind of hard to go in even speed here because of the uneven floor. My light is about 6 inches away from my camera, by the way. So that's why I'm not keeping it completely lined up. There you go. There's a formation for you. See, formations, you know, some are more colorful than others, some are bigger than others, some are more complicated than others. Just like flowers. You know, some people like pretty flowers like tulips. Some people like really complicated flowers like... Shoot, now I can't think of the ones. Lilacs. Some people don't care. Some people are like, it's just a plant. Anyway, so you know, everybody's different when it comes to formations too. See, there's a stalagmite underneath the stalactite. If they grew together, they would have made a column, but it didn't quite happen. But look under here. Now these are extremely fragile. Notice there's one that's straight, one curly, right next to each other. They're technically the same formation. But when they're that thin, you could easily break the whole thing off. So please don't do that. Like I said, it won't grow back. All right. I just like how smooth it is down there too. Of course, the whole cave is technically a formation, but you know what I mean. But before I show you some other real formations, look at the floor here. The color, there's like the green and the purple. Got some white. All sorts of different colors. There's the way out. It's like 20-foot tall ceiling here. Even I can handle this. There's the hard way out. That's the way I came in. That's more of a crawl. There's the pile I just climbed over. Yes, seriously. What was I thinking? Anyway. All right, so let's climb down here. Look at some of these smaller formations. Wow. Ooh, ah. Oh, this is weird. Look at that darker, rougher one. I don't think those belong there. I think somebody put them there, but whatever. And look at that one hanging down on the left. It's shaped kind of like a big shark fin. That's kind of neat. And then down below it, some colorful stuff. Notice how it's smooth, but it cracked up in the middle, like pressure from below. Like that poor guy in Alien. All right. But yeah, look at this rock here. See, it's mostly purple with white spots. I think the white spots are minerals. And then behind it, on the wall, again, small formations. So this whole side tube here has little formations along the walls. So if you do manage to find this side tube, go ahead and explore it very slowly. Wow, look at this. It's like a natural bridge, or a tube within a tube. Huh, cool. Now don't step on that. It's an inch thick. It might hold your weight because of the shape, or you might actually be heavy enough to bust it. Please don't bust it. It's really cool. So look at there. There's a small stalactite. So you can get the stupid thing to focus. Up here, notice how rough it is. Wow, I like that. That's cool. It's like styrofoam made of rock. Okay, let me get over here to the left. So there's more formations hanging down underneath. Oh, darn it. Okay, almost tripped trying to climb up some loose rock. Should have been a little more careful. There's another red arrow pointing the way out. I didn't do it, but whatever. But yeah, that's definitely the way out. One thing to keep in mind though, if you're in a cave, if you see arrows, you don't, uh-oh, my light went out. I need to switch lights, hang on.